Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of News of the Weird. On today's episode, we'll have a segment called Fans or Felons. I'm your host, Hunter.
I'm Daniel.
And we're just going to trudge right into this one. So this is the story, right? Imagine that you're getting pulled over by a woman police officer. And you're going through the basics. You know, you got your registration out, you got your license, and basically, you get about 10 minutes into this pullover, whatever you want to call it, and you notice this lady, this police officer, like that lady looks awfully familiar. Where have I seen this lady before? And you rack your noggin. You're really thinking about it hard. You're racking it up.
Hard.
And you think, holy crap, that's the lady from OnlyFans.
You go, was I speeding, officer? And then you turn and look and you go, what?
Then you go,
do I know you from somewhere? Ooh. I saw you last night. I saw you before I was driving.
Wag-a-doogie.
Wag-a-doogie. And then your jaw goes down. It's like the mask.
So basically, yeah, you this guy, he realized that the police officer that pulled him over, that he subscribed to her OnlyFans, right? And so my first question about this situation is, would you bring it up to her? Like, would you be like, oh yeah, I'm a subscriber to your OnlyFans, or would you like try to keep it to yourself, like on the down low, so that you don't look like a perv?
I would say it depends what I'm getting pulled over for. If it's just like I was speeding and it's like I know I was speeding, and then it's like, all right, well, we're just gonna do like a warning or here's your fine or whatever, I'd be like, by the way, I know you're doing your job, and I don't really love that you're giving me a ticket, but I love when you do your other job, and you can give me a ticket anytime. And then she's like, all right, why don't you step out of the car for me? Oh, fuck.
Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you think like, oh, yeah, and then it's like, oh, busting out the handcuffs.
Then you're getting your Miranda rights. And
and you're like, I see you've always got that's why you always got a body cam on.
Dang, yeah. So basically, I mean, this guy, right? You know what he did? He said, basically, he said, like, I really don't want this ticket, and this lady's trying to give it to me. And so he said, and I quote, "You can't arrest me no more. I've seen your private parts. I just saw you and your husband last night for $29.99 having sex on OnlyFans."
Yeah.
And so
he's like vindictive about it now.
Like, we don't know what the ticket was for,
right?
So, but like, it was a bit cheeky of him to say this. Do you think it was okay for him to say it?
So his logic is, I've seen your vagina before. You no longer have authority, like lawful authority.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, I don't think that's how the law works.
Oh yeah, so just because you've seen it, you don't get
right.
pulled over.
That was the next tier of subscription.
I see.
That was $50.
$50, and I will.
Bro, cheaped out. It's like $50.
Like, I didn't even see your crime happen.
$50, and if I pull you over, you're good.
$50 and my radar detector doesn't work.
Yeah. $50 and it wasn't calibrated right.
Yeah.
$30 and I mean you just get the base package.
So this woman, right? She works for the Minneapolis Police Department for the 4th Precinct, and they have refused to give her name out for the public. So the spokesperson for the Minneapolis mayor said, if we are all talking about naked pictures behind a paywall, the mayor has no issue. However, the chief will determine if there are any policy violations. So he's like, I'm also a fan.
Imagine he's like,
it's fine.
It's in the handbook, but I mean,
I might be a sleazy mayor, but
yeah.
I'm not sleazy on my OnlyFans.
Right.
It was stated in the Minneapolis Police Department off-duty employment policy prohibits officers from working in any business that is not compatible with police work, including any establishment that provides adult entertainment in the form of nude, semi-nude, or topless exhibitions.
So is that one of those things where it's like, this job is compromising the other job, you can't have two jobs?
Right.
It's like,
so that's
make
what I was
one
going to
of them
ask.
your priority.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you really think that there's anything wrong about a policewoman running an OnlyFans, and do you see it being a conflict in her field?
It's like a side hustle. It's like, well, if you're on the job or you're using like your squad car, then maybe that would be some grounds of like, okay, don't use like the company property.
But apparently she wasn't like using like oh, I'm in uniform. I'm the
Yeah,
badge
but
bunny.
if not, but if
Yeah.
not, then it's like it doesn't have anything to do with either. It's apples to oranges.
So it was revealed that the man being pulled over had been following her on OnlyFans for 5 months.
Okay.
And so if you do some quick math, that is about $30 a month for
Yeah.
5 months. That's $150 he spent on this woman.
Right.
He must have been living his dreams out when he realized that was that lady that he's been following
He's
for
like,
5 months.
holy shit, I won the golden ticket.
Exactly.
And then she's like, here's the ticket for like $300. You're doing 60 into 20.
He's like,
I should take you to jail.
he's like, bro, really?
Yeah.
I just gave you $150.
It was one of those where it's like, you know, you never want to meet your heroes. Guys, this guy's just a fucking vindictive misogynist.
Bro's like the girl version of a Karen. He's like a Ken or whatever you call them.
I'm just Ken.
Yeah, I'm just Ken. Put it up there.
Yeah.
Anywhere outside be a 10. Get us on OnlyFans, guys.
Yeah.
Get us up in there.
Guys, this is an announcement. We're starting a new OnlyFans called.
You can find
News
me
of the
on
Weird.
Feet Finder.
Yeah, News of the Weird / OnlyFans. Get us to the top 1% for porn podcast.
Yeah. All right. So that being said, that was basically the story for the week. But before we go, I'd like to share a few more quotes from the suspect, and they're all pretty hilarious.
Okay.
The first one we have. Then we doing a little talking and checking, and I was like, man, she got an OnlyFans page. Maybe it's like Matthew McConaughey. Maybe it's like.
All right.
Then we're doing a little talking and checking,
talking.
and I was like, man, she got an OnlyFans page. I'm on her OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like that.
Maybe it's some old hick.
But
who
I
was
think like man.
Well, I'll be. Are you darn tootin'? You wouldn't be the one who.
And
is on the OnlyFans.
then the other funny one was when the news interviewed him. He was explaining where to find her content. He said, "You go to the VIP and you get to see the videos of her and I guess husband. I guess that's who it is. They do full sex videos,
Full sex. Full in wholesale.
Full sex videos.
HD. It's in 10-bit.
So this guy was very interesting. I mean, like, what do you think about it? He's an interesting character. I'd like to have him on the podcast.
What a
if we
goober.
could.
Yeah, we're inviting. You're a goober, but we're inviting
If
you.
you're saying this, you're welcome on the
Yeah.
podcast anytime. Just bring yourself. All right. So now we're gonna go into a new installment of what did the drunk person do this week?
What they do this time?
All right. So it's a little less of a game since we're we're down. But anyways, so let's see. We have the answer choices are as follows. Idaho woman trespassed from Walmart after attempting to steal 100 pounds of potatoes.
Okay.
Okay.
She's Irish.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then we have Florida man charged with assault and battery after using a possum to rob a convenience store. Okay. Then we have Chicago man tries to switch seats with dogs to avoid DUI. And then we have Pennsylvania man shot man in gorilla costume after mistaking him for Bigfoot.
That guy was like, I finally found him.
Yeah.
Score.
Great times.
Okay.
So run them through your head.
Can you repeat the first two?
The first two. So we have Idaho woman trespassed from Walmart after attempting to steal 100 pounds of potatoes.
And she was drunk while doing that?
Yeah, these people are all drunk.
So she
Situationally.
trespassed. She go when they were closed?
No, they're still open.
But she was just trying to steal potatoes?
She's trying to steal the potatoes. Need some potatoes.
Okay, that one's not real. What's the second one?
You don't think it's real?
Well, I think it's dumb. What's the next one?
Okay. Florida man charged with assault and battery after using a possum to rob a convenience store.
That one might be believable because Florida man.
Florida man.
The other one is beat some other guy up.
We have Chicago man tries to switch seats with dogs to avoid DUI.
It's like the dog. I had my golden retriever driving. It's
The
service.
dog is driving, officer. What?
It's a service animal. It's a service animal.
It's a service animal.
It's like, because that's that thing where it's like, you go, if you're gone, right? You're fucking blitzed and you're driving home and you know you shouldn't be, and you see the officer, you go into the passenger, and then they go, and then you roll down the window, and then you're like, well, you're not in the driver's seat, so you lean over, you roll it down, and you go, was I speeding, officer? And they're just like, were you driving? Me? No, I'm fucked up. I can't drive. Like, where'd the other guy go? And it's like, he's gone.
Rooster, my Labrador Retriever was
Yeah.
driving.
And it's like, were
A
you
woof, officer, woof, woof.
Yeah, it's just like, who's driving?
That's probably what the other guy was thinking too.
Yeah, yeah.
Woof, woof, officer.
And then the last one was some guy who was in a he thought he found
Yeah, these guys at a Halloween party
in Chicago. He thought he found
He thought he found Bigfoot.
It's like, holy shit, in Chicago, in my Chicago.
Wait, no. This is Pennsylvania. This is Pennsylvania man.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Chicago man is the DUI with the dog.
Okay, that would happen in Chicago. I think it's the dog.
It is the dog.
Yeah, let's go. Because
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, you
And
do
it's
that.
like,
I'm sloshed.
yeah,
Get over here. But what
Fido.
we have yet to find out, at least according to the story, is
Yeah,
if the dog was actually driving.
yeah. Did he get charged? Did he? Get
He
a
was.
DUI?
The cops arrested him and said
Dang, free my man. He didn't do anything
they basically
wrong.
said, we know you switched the dog into the driver's seat, and he is adamant that the dog was driving.
Yeah,
But there is no evidence that he was ever driving.
yeah.
So
Really?
it could very well have been the dog the whole time.
They like did his fingerprints, and they're like,
Yeah,
well,
they
we didn't
did the
see it.
paw prints. They put the paw
And then
prints.
they put
in
the paw prints, and they're like, we found a paw print.
Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol.
Oh, put
we'll
that up,
be
yeah.
on the double.
Maybe that's the Paw Patrol was like Willard, we're designated driver.
Yeah, Chase. Chase
Like-
was like.
Instead of Uber. Yeah.
Anyhow,
Do they have guns?
the Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Maybe the police one does. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyhow, thank you for joining us in this week's episode of News of the
Weird.
And we will see you in another 2 weeks with another great episode and fresh faces.
I tip my hat to thee. I bid you adieu.